Hello and welcome to Her Beautiful Game, a channel about women's football. In this series, each week we will delve into the fixtures of the FA Women's Super League. If you're looking for a way to find all your female football facts, then this is the place to be. I'm Dayna Richman, a sports journalist from the South Coast, so that makes me a dedicated Brighton fan, but when it comes to the women's game, I am definitely more of a Lewis Lady supporter. Her Beautiful Game will air every Friday, that's right, every Friday, for that little pick-me-up to get you ready for the fixtures ahead. And what a year to start the show. We may be mid-season, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything to look forward to when there's a WSL title race and a World Cup kicking off in 2019. So what's been happening in the footballing world recently? Well, Visa have announced that they will be sponsoring all UEFA women's football until 2025, including the Champions League. Not only will they be sponsoring the games, they will also support UEFA's #WePlayStrong campaign, which aims to transform the perception of the women's game. And Mark Skinner has moved overseas to become head coach of Orlando Pride. A tough blow for the Blue Noses, but an amazing opportunity for Skinner to coach a National Women's Soccer League side. And with that out of the way, let's get on with this week's fixtures, shall we? Let's start with a classic derby and a crucial game for both teams, as top of the table Arsenal take on Chelsea, who are on a roll with 12 consecutive clean sheets in this competition. It was a huge game with huge stakes behind it. The Gunners needed to win to stay top of the league, whereas Chelsea knew they had to take the 3 points to stay in the running with the top 2. The game was a worry for Arsenal fans, as the team have been hit with multiple injury issues and couldn't afford to have any more, especially when Van de Donk was sitting this game out. And let's take a look at the lineups. Arsenal start with 4-3-3 with Miedema in the centre of the attacking forwards. And as for Chelsea, they favour a 4-2-3-1 with Beth England riding solo up front. It took just 10 minutes for Chelsea to remind everyone that they are a threat in this competition, with a through ball to Karen Carney that couldn't quite get enough on the ball to beat the charging goalkeeper. Chelsea seemed to show control in the first half with a few missed opportunities, but their hard work soon paid off when a looping cross from Hannah Blundell landed perfectly in the centre of the box for Cuthbert to head the ball confidently into the top left-hand corner. It was a brilliant effort from Cuthbert, who showed great control and awareness to turn her body and place the ball past the keeper's fingertips. Chelsea's captain Carney was shown a yellow card after she retaliated to what looked like a trip as she was running for a loose ball. Carney stood up and clearly barged McCabe to the ground, resulting in the booking. The first half reflects the scoreline. Chelsea are in front and looking to increase their lead, but Arsenal are knocking at the door. Now to the second half, and just 10 minutes in, Karen Carney sends a floating cross to Beth England to head the ball into the net, but it won't count as the flag is up for offside. Not much to worry about when less than 10 minutes later a similar pass to England is blocked by the Arsenal defence and falls perfectly for Cuthbert to swing a right-footed volley at the centre of the goal. The keeper manages to get a hand to it, but there is simply too much power behind the shot, and it is now 2-0 to Chelsea, with a second for Cuthbert. Arsenal are not a team to stay quiet though, and quiet they were not. Back from injury, Kim Little sprints forward with the ball and picks out a low cross for Miedema to tap home at close range, with 10 minutes of that normal play to get that all-important second goal. Pressure is on as Arsenal fight for that late equaliser. Miedema, with a last effort, uses her strength to battle past the defenders into the box and shoot at close range with her left foot. But her efforts were denied by Lindell, and the whistle blows to waves of celebration from the Chelsea team and supporters. The Blues are now only 2 points behind Arsenal and very much still contenders to become champions again. Chelsea weren't the only Blues having a Super Sunday. The other title contenders, Manchester City, travelled to West Ham United to try and take the top of the league. City went into the game knowing Arsenal had just lost to Chelsea, which possibly gave them a bit more of an incentive to push even harder to get that all-important win against the Hammers. And it only took 15 minutes for that to be true when City cruised ahead when Kira Walsh slotted a ball through the defence to a chasing Weir, who calmly places the ball under the West Ham goalkeeper for the first goal of the game. City continued to dominate when Stanway played a delightful curling ball to Lauren Hemp just outside the box. Hesitation from Moorfield on whether to stand her ground or close down the ball gave Hemp enough time to curve the ball around the goalkeeper with her left foot and into the corner. The second half begins and City carry on attempting to increase their lead when a long ball to Hemp, whose left-footed shot beats the goalkeeper but is brilliantly cleared off the line by Flaherty. But West Ham were back in the run-in soon after when a sloppy clearance from Horton meant Jane Ross could poke the ball under the keeper in the 58th minute. 4 minutes left and City weren't finished when Parish fires home a third goal to become the first player to score 40 goals in the WSL. The win means City go top of the league in this exciting competition. Keeping with the theme of top end of the table, Birmingham City take on Bristol City in a crucial 3 points fight for the Blues to stay in the running with the top end of the table. Bristol had the chance for Birmingham to gain the 3 points within the first 20 minutes of the game when a free kick was gifted to City after a foul by Megan Sargent on the wing. A set piece saw the ball glide into the pit of players in the box where Gemma Evans caught an awkward bounce with her head and directed the ball into the bottom left-hand corner. Birmingham fought back but never managed to find that all-important equaliser in the first half. The second half saw an ambitious effort from 30 yards out by Stanningford, which saw the ball fired towards the top of the goal where goalkeeper Baggerly managed to palm the ball back into play. Not a bad effort at all, really. Birmingham continued to hold possession and even after 12 attempted shots at goal still could not beat Bristol City. And bottom of the table, Yeovil Town took on Liverpool in a testing match for the Glovers. Yeovil came up with a bad start when Megan Walsh brought down Jana Daniels in the box for a penalty. Liverpool's forward Sweetman Kirk made no mistake to an early lead as she stepped up to take the pen. She powers a right-footed shot into the bottom left-hand corner to give Liverpool the lead. Later in the game, Yeovil Town's cousin showed incredible determination to track back on a Liverpool break to deny Coombs any chance of doubling the lead. Just 7 minutes into the second half and Yeovil Town levelled the game, when a long through ball from Heverson fell perfectly to Emily Donovan to drill a right-footed shot past the goalkeeper into the top left-hand corner. Neither team wanted to share the points as the game became intense as both teams fought for that winning goal, and it seemed to be heading that way too until 3 minutes into stoppage time, Sweetman Kirk fired an acrobatic bicycle kick from the 6-yard box into the back of the net to give Liverpool the win. Devastating for the Glovers to concede so late in the game, but a fantastic effort by Sweetman Kirk. And finally, Brighton were looking for their back-to-back win when hosting Everton in Crawley. One of the best chances came 3 minutes in the first half when Whelan's right-footed shot ricocheted off the crossbar. But sadly, neither team managed to break the deadlock and the game ended goalless. Brighton and Hove Albion's manager Hope Powell commented that the girls looked tired and leggy after playing 3 games in 7 days. But luckily for them, they've all had a week's break and are ready for all action to resume this Sunday. And that's all we have time for in the Women's Super League. Let's take a quick look at the FA Women's Championship results too. As you can see, Durham drew 2-0 with Aston Villa. Top of the table, Tottenham Hotspurs beat Lewes 3-0. Charlton Athletics' fixture against Manchester United was abandoned after a collision between Kerr and Dawson left Kerr on the floor and the game delayed for almost an hour. Charlotte Kerr has been left with badly bruised ribs and sternum. Leicester City took on Millwall and beat them 3-2. And finally, London Bees hosted Crystal Palace. The Bees won 2-1. That means Spurs are top of the table with United 2 points behind and a game in hand, with Palace and Millwall at the bottom of the table. And that's all we've got time for this week. Thank you for watching. If you did like what you see, then give us a thumbs up, give us a like, whatever, subscribe. We'll be coming to you every week, so if you want to be in the know, subscribe to know. This episode is dedicated to Nikita Paris, the first player to score 40 goals in the Women's Super League. Let's hope she brings that fire to the World Cup this year too. Thank you for watching and see you next time.